My approach is on, see, that's why we said we discussed and then we avoided overlap. I will concentrate on mitigating strategies. So the first few slides may give us a general information of what climate change does, and you all know, and how glaciers melt, sea level changes, and how National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration reported July is the hottest month ever recorded. These are all in 137 years. And then sea level change and how what happens to Maldives and such other islands. You are all anybody who is interested in climate change and global warming and the impacts would be wondering about what would happen. And then how coastal mangroves and other ecosystem services are also affected. And then Meena Kumari told how bleaching of the corals due to acidification. And then both of them mentioned about the Indian examples of flash floods in Kedarnath, Jammu, and Chennai. And then I very quickly move through the slides. I'm not very much interested in that, the impact on biodiversity, but what we are going to do is more important. In this particular slide, the species in South America are disappearing, and the causes are not known. It is due to warming of the area and also predators. Some of the fungi grow at higher temperatures, and then the frogs are affected. One thing I wanted to tell you is, due to global warming, phenology is affected. Please remember, that is the most important aspect of impact of global warming on animals. Phenology is life cycle events. When do they mature? When do they reproduce? When do they grow? When do, the whole life cycle even phenology is matured, and the change in phenology affects in the community many other animals also. Suppose a migratory bird is coming, and the migratory bird lands, and it doesn't find the feed because the feed is not yet ready. Whether it's an insect or a fish or some other snail, it is not ready. So phenology is very much affected, and that is a very important issue. And then the migration, I want to skip this. This one, Mr. Mathur was telling, there is a phenomenon of migration of species from south to north. South to north, in a big way, the species are migrating towards north because north is colder, south is warmer. So because of the warm temperatures in the south, the amphibians, the mammals, and the birds, and most of the species are moving towards north. This is a model prepared in the United States showing how animals move from south to north in different areas of the United States. It's a model. And then they also have teams of ground truth experiment. But to examine this model, they have teams at different places in the United States, ground truth, whether the species is recorded here or not. In North Carolina, how is it found now? Whether the species is found in Wisconsin or not, how is it found now? So that's going on. So this running away, the movement of animals in a big way from south to north is happening is on account of global warming. And then mitigation strategies. What do we do? So we know the species are affected. We know biodiversity is affected. And then what are the mitigation strategies? What is it that we should do? The first and foremost thing that you should do is reduce the use of non-fossil fuels for energy. We are using all fossil fuels. To reduce, the number one step is reduce the use of non-fossil fuels for energy. Then integrate energy practices. Solar. Why in this country the solar panels are not getting popular? Well, you can produce your electricity for your home. You see, I am a upper middle class man. I am a retired professor. I have put the solar panels on my in my house in the upstairs, and I am generating 220 kilowatt hours per year per month. So that takes care of 2/3 of my electricity requirements, what I am producing. And out of 3 lakhs, I invested for putting solar panels. 1 lakh I got back as subsidy. So what I was paying 5,000 rupees, what I was paying 5,000 rupees as a electricity bill, I am paying only 1,000 now. Within 3 years, I will get back my money. Why many people are not doing it? It's a big question. So I am promoting several voluntary organizations as I am connected to them to promote the alternative sources of energy, and solar panel is the best available. And then in the mitigating strategies, safeguard the forest cover. Every child knows we are encouraging, we are sensitizing children to protect the trees, to grow more trees and plants. So safeguard the forest cover and slowing down the forests are cut and being used for industrial purposes, that land. The major drawback in our country is the mismanaged special economic zones. I'm sorry, the government people may get hurt. Special economic zones are good for generating jobs and all that, but they are meant to be started in derelict lands, waste lands, saline lands, and lands that is not used for good agriculture. But now, not like that. Thousands and thousands of good land is taken away for special economic zones. So we lose very precious forest cover, green cover. Please think over. Then enhance tree plantation. So through voluntary agencies, we encourage school children to have groves in their school. Small grove in each school. It will become a big grove later. And each student give one tree to take care. The teacher will encourage the student to take care of the plant for some time. Afterward, the plant will take care of itself. And we are, with the help of one of the engineering colleges here, on way to Chittoor, there is a Vemu Engineering College. The chairman is a very, is a scientist, he's a botanist, and he collaborates with us in NGOs, some activities. What we are doing, we have formed a program where each house one tree. It may think very small for you. No, it's not. We make a survey in several villages and we contact and speak to the owner of the house. Do you want a mango tree? You want a sapota tree? You want a guava tree? Or you want a coconut tree? Whatever you want. Each house one tree concept. And then you have to protect it. We only supply. We plant the tree in your house. Taking care of the tree is your job. So like this, many avenue plants, college grounds, without affecting the playgrounds in the fringe forestation and afforestation on the creek sides, lake sides. Our Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu started a very massive program of water and trees. Chettu Neeru is a very big program all over the state. Chettu Neeru means trees and water. Grow trees and protect water. And do soak pits to improve groundwater. And then wherever there is a lake, increase the bund height so that the more water is stored. And on the bund, you have plants. It's a very good program. And all the voluntary organizations are supporting him. They were coming forward. We have corporate support also to put plants. And why all this we are doing? The plants are the excellent carbon sinks, right? You agree with me? Carbon sinks. They absorb carbon. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So we have to grow more trees in some way or other. And then Meena Kumari in a passing reference said, instead of green carbon, blue carbon is very good. The marine plants and mangroves They have a capacity, 5 times greater capacity of absorbing carbon. What is the problem with Delhi you are seeing? Delhi is the most polluted city in the world. Why? There is smog there, greenhouse gases there, automobile exhaust is there, and there is a blame game. Haryana, they blame Haryana, Haryana blames Delhi, somebody blames somebody else. No. Blame game, no, that's not. We have to, why the agricultural waste are burnt? More carbon is going there. You bury it, it will become a fertilizer. Why in Tirupati we have waste all over? The waste is burnt by my neighbor. He is increasing the carbon load. Why can't that be buried? It will become fertilizer for your plants. So these are the things that we have to teach them. We have to form teams by participation. We have to sensitize them. School children, college students, anybody, advocates, doctors, whatever it is, we can, by participatory approach, we can sensitize people to avoid this emission of greenhouse gases. That's what this gives answer to somebody who raised about the cattle and the methane. Same thing. We have to manage it. The management, participatory management, proactive management is the best possible solution as a mitigating strategy for this climate change. And then only what we need the government only it does not have to give us funds. They have to encourage us. They have to supervise. They have to monitor. It is, as a policy, they must encourage. They should not come in the way. If we want something, somebody should not come in the way, like police stopping us entering the campus. No, government should encourage us to do these good things. And then when I said institutional convergence, what is institutional convergence? Several institutions come together and work. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, or some other school, or say university, or women's college, the representatives come together and then work towards this mitigating strategy. It's called institutional convergence. Now, I told you about mangroves. Everybody knows. I will rush through them. Not that they are absorbing carbon 5 times greater than land plants. Okay, this is Kakinada mangroves, spectacular mangroves of Koringa, as good as Sundarbans. I frequently go there for my field work, even now at this age. Beautiful boardwalk is there. But that boardwalk does not have railing. I am afraid that I may fall one day. So I suggested to the government of Andhra Pradesh to put a railing on both sides. So beautiful. They absorb more. See, all this. Then camp plants. This is a very important thing for youngsters to remember. What are the camp plants? Cacti, agave, these plants, they have greater capacity of absorbing carbon rather than big trees, and they can be easily grown. You see we call Brahmajamudu, Nagajamudu in Telugu. You know the cacti, the cacti. Everywhere there are cacti, different varieties of cacti. Grow them in wastelands or border in the agricultural fields. They take care, they work as a carbon sinks. I don't describe what is a camp plant is, but grow them more. So, I will walk you through the gallery. See, this is a cacti of 100 years old in Arizona. These cacti are available here also, different species, of different varieties, of different shapes, different sizes. And then they are not, you don't have to water them. There is, in the water management, they don't come interfere with us. They grow for themselves, different kinds of cacti. I and my wife and my daughter, we took these pictures in Arizona, and most of these species, why I am telling is, why are you talking about Arizona? These species are available here. We see here. But only thing is they are neglected. They are excellent as a carbon absorbers, carbon sinks. So wonderful. And see, if you grow in a wasteland, agave plants, It will be an excellent mitigation strategy. Different varieties I have put here. And see, the carbons, agave form as a carbon sink and different kinds of agave plants. See, like this. So, thank you very much.